Come, let us prepare, make some good profits today. Market lifters, big clues right here. This is fantastic liquidity as we wrap up the week tomorrow to Friday. Watch out for the big liquidity moves right here. I want to talk to you about that. As well as here, very good moves coming up. You have to be prepared. But before that intraday analysis, identify the algorithms and you'll be able to find clues and profits in the charts. Now 10-17 right here. This was important because you see that the magenta started tapering at the top of the range here. Now once you're able to see magenta tapering here, all you got to do is to wait for some sort of structure. Now in this case, the structure was this tapered inverse cup right here that started forming. I will talk about that later again because we managed to identify the microstructure right there. But importantly, you need to learn to see the taper. You need to learn to see magenta is starting to be in control and how you need to be waiting for confirmation. Now we got this as early as 10-17 right there, or because you were able to identify the magenta. And what's next will require you to be a little bit more patient because thereafter 12:50 it started forming here, isn't it? I want you to take a look how it started forming. We had orange that started trending down. You see that first. And then we started closing the cup. You see that beautiful cup. All because we understood about the tapering from the magenta earlier. So you knew you had to wait for inverse cup to start closing. And then you see the magenta starting to rebuild liquidity, breaking out. More importantly, I talked about this, breaking out of that orange algorithm. Now, this is a very important concept. You need to understand this. I talked about this on the Sunday video, so please do watch it later. The link is in the description. Once you understand this concept, it's much easier for you to take larger trades. Very important concept here. Now, this was a beautiful trade. If you waited for that, if you prepared for that, sometimes one trade is all you need. Now, I made a few smaller trades today, but this particular trade, it's still good money. Now, the bulk of my profits came from this move here today. So it's important you understand that you have to be patient. Sometimes once you are able to identify the algorithms, you can get massively good trades if you remain patient, especially a little later in the day. I want you to remember this is a very important skill that you have to learn to not overtrade, learn to know how to extract profits from the chart. Now, in a way, exactly as it happens, isn't it? But there is another part to this, and it requires you to have a lot of patience. And the fact that if it doesn't happen, so be it. You have to learn to identify confirmations. You have to learn to identify what the charts are trying to do and how you can proceed to take a trade. Now, absolutely beautiful trade here, especially with this teal breakout of that orange, because that helped me to manage my risks a lot better. And most importantly, remember, it's not just about the profits. It's more important that you trade your risks. Your metrics, one of your more important metrics, has to be your risk management, not just your profits. So please always remember that. Absolutely beautiful trade here. And a very big part of understanding this is in 9:17 before market opened. And even in yesterday's video, I told you, you have to be very mindful of this orange continuation structure and just take a look exactly as it is. So you have to have more context, prepare yourself, watch the videos and learn this skill, pick up this lifetime skill, find profits in the charts every single day of your life. It's important you understand this. You have to be more mindful to be able to cross-reference between your 30-minute chart and your 1-minute chart, especially if you were holding longs in this orange. Why? You have to be more careful until you see a buying continuation structure or a stronger buying algorithm in the 30-minute chart. And if not, you have the opportunities to cut your losses, to stop it as soon as you can, because you have all these contexts, whether in the 30-minute chart or in the 1-minute microstructure right here. Now, this is a lifetime skill, so please take your time. Once you're able to see it, you cannot unsee it. You will therefore develop the patience, and from there, learn to find profits in the charts anywhere, anyhow, every day for the rest of your life. It's an important skill. Most importantly, it's stackable. Check in every day, report in every day, trade with me live every day. You will pick up this skill. It will stack up, and over time, you cannot unsee this anymore.